Hey everybody, Nicole here. Today we're going to be talking about building relationships and how not to be icky. So I'm sure that's like kind of obvious. You probably never really think that you're being icky, but I promise you probably are or maybe being icky, or maybe you have been icky in the past. So we're going to chat about some of those things to maybe, if you are being icky, make you realize that, but also to talk about building those relationships, okay? So I watched a video last week. I went down, I'm going to call it like a black hole, the wormhole of these YouTubers who are like really big on anti-MLMs, okay? And it was actually kind of entertaining because I sat back and I was like, I won't take you down that black hole as well of just all of the thoughts that were going through my mind. That's a whole nother convo for another day. But it was actually good to watch, you guys, because a lot of the things they were saying wasn't wrong. And I happened to catch one of these videos where she got a hold of a Scentsy Zoom call, okay? And I was watching it and I was cringing and I was like, oh God, it's so bad. Like, this is like literally what people are being told. And this is how some people are being led and all. It was icky. If you want to watch it, you can go and watch it and just don't do the things that they were talking about in that video. I didn't blame the girl though. I didn't blame the anti-MLM girl and all of the comments of all these people. Obviously, I felt protective of them. I didn't want those conversations to be having because I know that their intentions are real. I hope their intentions are better than that. I actually know one of the girls in the video and I know for a fact that her intentions were better than that. So I was watching it and like being protective and not wanting these people to think this way. But then I also was like, but she's not wrong. She's not wrong in all the things that she's talking about because people are recruiting for the wrong reasons. They're being icky. They're thinking about recruiting and growing their team for themselves, not for the people who are joining. You can't just go out and say you need to recruit and you need to grow your team for the other people who are joining your team, but then really in the back of your mind, do it because you want to get something out of it. You can't go out and recruit somebody and say, if I get one more person than this person, then I'm going to earn annual mentor. You can't go out and say, if I get 3 more people, then I'm going to become a star director. You can't go out and say, I need 5 more people and they all need to do $1,000 and certified and blah, 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 whatever the number is, because then I will promote or I will get this. If you're doing that, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Okay. So today we're going to talk a little bit about that, like mindset and how you need to change that. It's probably not going to happen overnight. I'm sure at some point all of us have done that. I'm not going to lie. This time last year, I was doing that same thing. I earned annual mentor last year by this much. Super, just skimmed right in there. Okay. And in hindsight, now, fast forwarding to this year, we're a couple of days away because I'm recording this in April. When you guys watch this will be May, but I'm like $100 away from earning it with somebody on my team. And I gotta be okay with that because I have to take responsibility to know that I should have thought about this earlier, but I also shouldn't make it about me earning annual mentor. I need to make it about this person certifying, growing in their business. Why are they doing Scentsy? It takes a lot of self-reflection. It takes a lot of ownership. You have to be real with yourself in this business as a business owner, but also as a person and say, why am I doing this? Your sales, that's on you. You do your own thing. Your numbers and the effort and the work that you put in completely directly correlate with what your PRV is, right? But when it comes to recruiting, it can be frustrating because you can put in all the work you want, but if that person isn't doing anything, then yes, it can be tiresome. It can be exhausting, but it's not about you. If that person is having a tough day, if that person's having a tough month or a tough year, it's not about you. You have to find out what they are doing this for. You have to find out why they clicked that join button, okay? You have to dive deeper into the reasons behind it and stop making it about you. And you should be doing the exact same thing when you're recruiting. Whoops. I hate the word recruiting because I feel like it's like we're in like some military office and we're trying to convince you to join the army. Like, that's not what it is. We're in the relationship building business, guys. And like I just mentioned, people join Scentsy for a reason. They're missing something somewhere, whether it's relationships, whether it's money, whether it's girl time or boy time or whatever it is. they're missing something. Maybe they're a mom and they've got their plates really, really full at home. That was my story. I needed something other than just being a mom, which I have 2 wonderful children that I'm so proud of, but they don't give me raises. I know they don't give me pats on the back. I'm not getting a lot of those things. So I was missing that. I left a career, a really great one, to be a stay-at-home mom. And so for me, I was looking for something more. I had thought about it for a while, and then I got a really crappy health diagnosis. And I clicked that join button because I said, that's it. I need something just for me. I need something for myself. So that, my story, and the reason that I do that, everybody out there has something that makes them want to do something else. Why did you join? Why did your team join? Everybody who joins your team is going to have a reason of some kind, okay? You've got to make it about them. You have to make it about that reason. You've got to give them what they're missing and help provide that culture. We're going to dive next week in a little bit deeper into building team culture and making it a fun environment and all of that type of stuff. But when it comes to recruiting, you have to remember that, okay? You have to remember that not everybody is going to be out because they need the money. That's not what it's always about. Not everybody needs the money. Not everybody needs the relationships. Not everybody is missing something in their 9-to-5 job. So if you're out there just like, this is so great because I get to do this at a Wednesday afternoon, that's great. Somebody might not care about that because maybe they don't have to start work until 10 o'clock and all they got to do is get their work done. Maybe they already have that flexibility. Maybe they love their 9-to-5 job. Whatever it is, it's not going to be the same for everybody, okay? Scentsy provides a number of different wonderful opportunities, okay? Including all the things that I just listed. Paychecks, freedom, travel, incentives, free luggage, whatever it is, all of those different, money related things, relationships, girl time, a sense of community, whatever it is, leadership skills. Like that's a big thing for me that in hindsight, I didn't know that I was wanting, but for me, I've learned a lot in Scentsy. It's taught me more than any job has in business. But the point is that everybody has something. It can't be this is what they're missing and it's going to apply to everybody. Everybody's going to have a different story, okay? But it has to be about them. It can't be about you. So first off, right off the bat, right now, we're going to change our mindset. You cannot make this about you. You cannot say that you're so close to some goal or some close to whatever it is. If that's what you're doing, change it. My dog's in here with me, by the way. Say hi, Bella. You've got to change that right off the bat, okay? So that's step 1. Moving forward, you can't expect to grow your team by not putting in the effort of building the relationships with people. Amanda talked earlier in the week about attraction marketing and about how attracting people naturally to your brand is such a big deal. People want to join people that they can relate with and that they can vibe with, okay? But what are you doing, Bill? Come lay down, honey. When it comes to relationship building, though, and one of the things that gives direct sellers and multi-level marketers or whatever you want to call all of us a bad name is the people who are being icky, the people that don't have relationships with people and they just reach out and they want those people to join their team for them, okay? Perfect example. There's a phrase and a saying that we get called sometimes, we're the Huns. Isn't that gross? Or we're the hey girls. I'm sure you know why. Hey girl, I just started selling Scentsy. Wanted to know if you wanted some samples. Hey girl, I am having a party this week. Do you want to come? Hey hun, I'm now selling Scentsy and I'm trying to join my team. Do you want to join? None of those things had anything to do with those people. Had anything to do with those girls or those Huns, the real Huns that we were talking to, did they? It didn't have anything to do with them. It had something to do with me. It had something to do with you. If you're reaching out to do something for yourself, then you're not doing it for the right reasons. You have to build relationships first and foremost. So I may go against what a lot of people in this industry say. I don't believe in the you need to be sending 50 messages a month or you need to be making sure you're having 100 joint conversations, because guess what? That's not authentic. I'm not building relationships with 100 people. So guess how many I'm going to be reaching out to? I'm going to be reaching out to the people where the opportunity is real. The opportunity is authentic. The people that I have relationships with who have said enough things to me that I'm probably at this point going, they may be interested in this. They may be interested in this. Not, ooh, I need to grow my team, but they may be interested in this because they have mentioned that they're looking for friendship. Okay, awesome. Well then, hey, guess what? We do have that with Scentsy, and it's genuine. It's not, hey, we got friendship, and then you're tricking them into coming. That's where the disconnect comes from the people who talk about direct sales, because it's not a trick. It is authentic. We do offer those things, but you have to make it about that and not about yourself. And you have to build relationships behind the scenes first and foremost. If you reach out to some random girl that you haven't talked to since high school, it ain't gonna go so well for you. You might get some people to join, but trust me, it's icky. Don't be icky. It's that simple. If you're not icky and you focus on building a relationship first and foremost, it will just naturally fall into place for you. I promise you. You've got to build those relationships. Okay, so from parties, if you're having parties, build genuine relationships with those people. Add them as a friend on Facebook. Engage. If somebody posts something and you're like, God, they look adorable today. I love that dress. Tell them. Type it in the comments. Don't just think it and then keep on scrolling by on Facebook. We're in that world. Our generation, we just scroll. We just keep scrolling. And for whatever reason, we're not giving compliments. And I almost feel like this past year with COVID, it's actually made it more worse, which is not more worse. I don't think that's correct grammar, but it made it worse, which is surprising because you would think that it would bring us more together, but I almost feel like it's worse because we've all been home and we haven't had to have that one-on-one interaction. But guys, we rely on social media right now. So it's even more important. It's more important than it ever has been to make sure that you're building those relationships and those connections with people, because you're not out in person doing those things. If somebody just redecorated their kitchen and you're scrolling by and you're like, God, I love that color, tell them that. If they bought some new plants and you're like, I wish I could grow plants, tell them that. Say, God, you're so good at growing plants. That's awesome. If they post a picture of their kid and you're like, that's a cute kid, tell them their kid is cute. It's not that hard, guys. It just takes effort. There is no magical science or magical formula to the people who are growing their teams with good, quality team members. There's no magic behind it. The people who are earning annual mentor, the people who have 100 frontline, I guarantee you it's because they are being a good human. They're not being icky. They're putting in the effort to build those relationships. And don't build the relationships for people just in the hopes that they're going to join. First of all, I should also toss that out there. Again, if you're making it about you, that's never going to benefit anybody, okay? But just be a good person. Comment on people's pages. Tell them that they look pretty. Tell them that I hope they have a great day. When their birthday comes along, tell them happy birthday. Those things matter. Over time, you'll start to build relationships more with people so that when you talk and you reach out and say, hey girl, or hey hun, it's not like, oh no, this direct seller is reaching out to me. What does she want? It's somebody who you've been talking to on Facebook. It's somebody who you've been building a relationship with. It's somebody who compliments you and someone who's nice to you. It's a nice person. It's someone who's put the effort into getting to know you genuinely. So when you guys reach out and talk about Grey's Anatomy or plants or whatever it is, and if down the road the opportunity presents itself where you feel like you can bring it up, it's not icky, because then it will be genuine. We get frustrated because there's a world out there of people who talk poorly about direct sales. Stop giving them the reason to talk about us. Stop fueling their fire. Stop doing the icky, disgusting things, because they are not wrong. If you change your mindset and if you make it about the other person and do it for genuine reasons for them and not for you, I promise it will all fall into place. Okay? It's that simple. I know you guys are probably watching this like, yeah, okay, Nicole, like this has been great. Like obviously, but if you're not literally doing it, then you're not able to see the benefits for everybody all around by just genuinely being a good person and putting in some consistent effort of being a good person. But you will, okay? So that's going to be our homework that we lead into in a minute, okay? There's some different programs out there. We've done Slay May, the 5x5 program. There's a handful of different programs out there that just basically it's like a tracker or a checklist that encourages you to do things consistently in your business that are just based on relationship building. So that's what I want you to do. Okay. You can research and you can find programs out there, or you can develop one of your own, a brand new one, doesn't matter, but it has to be an actionable plan. It has to be something that you are literally doing, putting into plan, putting it into motion. And yes, you guessed it. It's your homework for this week that's due by Sunday, but we want you consistently doing this in the program. We want you consistently doing this after this program ends, okay? For forevermore, we want you to do this. This is something that everybody should be doing. And everybody should be doing this anyway, by the way. But especially if you're trying to grow your team and grow your sales, grow your customer base, grow all of those things, it's something that should be happening regardless. Engaging with people, okay? And doing it genuinely and for the right reasons. So that's it, guys. Develop a system. Again, you can search up, you can look for the 5x5 program. I think it was the Slay the Day program. We did one in our group that's, I think, was Slay in May. And it's all based around, just to give you some ideas, create a checklist, wish everybody a happy birthday. That pops up on your birthday list on Facebook. Go on to 10 people's profiles on Instagram, or add 5 new people and go in and, that connect with you and connect with your brand, not random people. Cause again, you're trying to build your relationships here. Okay. So go in, find people. You like plants? I mentioned plants. I like plants. You go in and you find a bunch of plant groups and you engage with them and you get to know them. You don't message them. You don't reach out to them. You don't hey hun them or hey girl them. That's not what this is about. This is about building relationships, okay? Maybe put in your system, on Facebook, make a friends list, make a create a list that's just for your team and just for your downline, just for your frontline, just for potential customers, whatever it is. Go into your VIP page and choose 10 people to go and look at their profile and look at their pictures. We expect so much from our VIPs, but what else are you giving them other than a free scent circle? Okay. Are you investing in them? Are you getting to know them? All of these things, I hope that you've got some good ideas flowing in there, but whatever it is, we want it to actually be a system. I'm sure you noticed by now there's a theme in this entire program is to develop a system, and we want you to do it. We want you to create it. Then we want you to literally take place and take action with it and to start doing it and do it consistently. You're going to take a screenshot of whatever your program is, write it down, show us what your program is. And then we also want you to screenshot the results and how you're doing them until Sunday. And then you can come back and post the homework. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I know I was kind of all over the place, but again, this is I've just had a conversation about this, and then I just watched this video. So my brain, I don't know, it's like I'm kind of in an interesting place about this topic, but it's so important, you guys. And again, like I mentioned at the very beginning of this video, if you haven't changed your mindset yet, start there. You've got to start thinking about this business that it's not just about you. If you want this just to be about you, then focus on sales and don't grow a team. Don't grow a team unless you're ready to help other people. Don't grow a team for yourself. Don't grow a team so that you can go to Disney or Bermuda. Don't grow a team for your paycheck. Otherwise, you should just focus on your own sales and invest all your energy there. If you want to grow a team, you need to do it because you genuinely want to be a leader and you want to help people with whatever it is that they are looking for. Start there and see how it goes. Have a good day.